You're such an asshole.
How you kids doing? AssholeConsulting.com. We have a finance question. If you have finance questions, you can always come here by link to 2 books below, Bachelor Pad Economics and Poor Rich's Retirement. That should answer the vast majority of general questions you have about retirement planning. But then obviously you have a unique situation like this guy does here. You can always hire me out for even more money because I'm a greedy. Hello, Cappy, longtime reader here. I'm a man in his early 40s, bought a house in a state, nice state, this year, mortgage just under $200,000, live there with my girlfriend. My question, what's an achievable way to set myself up for financial independence within 20 years? Well, 20 years, Social Security should kick in relatively soon after that. So that's a huge advantage. This assumes that those dollars would buy anything because our solution is just to print off more money. But you got a little bit of coverage there with your house, hedging against inflation. So you're in a pretty good situation. I have no debt past this mortgage, make about 65. Wait, mortgage under $250,000. All right. So what are you at, like $1,100-ish a month payment, depending on your interest rate? I have no debt past this mortgage, make about $65,000 a year after taxes. That's good. Have $20,000 emergency fund, about $40,000 in investments, Roth, 401k, crypto, silver. All right, good. Why so low for a man my age? Poor financial responsibility in my 20s and living in an expensive part of California. 15. California, stupid people. Stupid people driving real slow. Stupid people driving real slow. Feces, traffic. Remember when y'all, the cool kids, thought you're dead center for that age group? Because I remember, I'm your age group. They would so advertise to the men in California. That's where all the girls are, and then the Hollywood and radio. And then in the 90s, they convinced women Sex in the City. Oh, no, the other opposite. Go the other way. Wait, we were going west. No, go east. We lied. You girls got to go out to Sex in the City world. Okay. Leftist states and towns will destroy your life. Like if I had just left Minnesota and gone, changed my degree. Heck, just changed my degree here. But if I just did not go Denver, any other place, probably would have been at least another $100,000 ahead. Easily. I keep my expenses under $3,000 a month with mortgage. Well, I'd hope so. $3,000 a month, like you should be able to live all right. As I grew up poor and don't need much help, it appears my investments will not grow enough to sustain me at an old age. Well, yeah, you only have $40,000 in investments. Yeah, you have to toss in more over the next 25 years. Current job is stable, but has no growth potential. I could switch within my field or go freelance. I like real estate, but I'm nervous about buying investment properties in the U.S. due to government interference. Or just get real estate investment trust. Do not waste your time buying and managing properties. It takes away money you can make working a real job. All right. If I want to invest in real estate, the easiest way to do and the most diversified way to do that is real estate investment trust. I mean, it could go up and down, but you're not pigeonholing you're not risking all your money on one property or a handful or 2 or 3 properties, and you're not dealing with renting it to people. I like working and don't want a sedentary retirement. All right, so that's another benefit to you is that you're not going to have to retire at 60. That's like a huge saving factor for a lot of people is that you don't want a sedentary retirement. Good, go work. That is, aside from investing early, that's a very close second. Number 2 thing you can do to increase and improve your retirement planning is not retire and continue working. I just want the freedom to spend time as I see fit, writing books, researching, time with my family and friends. Thanks for reading. Fine with the video response, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, well, what are your skills? I won't mention your career, job, or nothing, but what is the value of an hour of your time? He does a thing. He works at a place and he does a thing. I work as a thing doing some stuff. Current pay is your $65,000 a year. Well below average. Should be around much more than that. Freelancer would take it even higher with the obvious trade-off of finding the work myself. Oh no, oh my God. You mean the freelancer? I have to find my own work. Oh my God, man. The work just doesn't fall out of the sky. It just doesn't happen to me like my teachers told me it would. Yeah, man. Okay, I'd like to say what you do for a living, but again, I want to keep you relatively anonymous. You're the perfect candidate to start your own side gig, man. The irony is that you're in a field where, oh, entrepreneur, you're like, not you, but a very close parallel can be drawn between the leftists, like, oh, the capitalists have the money, man, and like they don't pay us enough. Why don't you start your own company then? Oh, you're lazy. That's why. And you're in a field like, why don't you start your own company? Just say I'm lazy. I don't want to work. Just say that. Okay. Just say that. You are from California after all. It's all right. You can admit, I'm from California. And then people will know it's implied you're a lazy, worthless piece of crap. Not you. I'm kidding. It's more of a dig on California. Come on, man. You know what to do. Just do your side gig. Dude, I know here's another great thing. It's the time for Gen X, which is roughly what you are. Anyone who wants to work for a living, and if you got a little bit of gray hair in you, man, it's our time to shine, because the younger generations do not want it. They do not want to take the helm. They don't want to work. They don't want to be corporate America. And there's a power vacuum, leadership vacuum, where the boomers are retiring or just outright dying. And anyone with a semi-good skill, and it sounds like you have years experience in this industry and you're sought after, just open up a shop, and every day, like, so you do your 9 to 5, and then and maybe you can even do this at work, if you got a little bit of downtime. Don't do it at work. Just do it on your side. Go to a coffee store and set up your website. Do a little promo and advertising wherever it is. You must have networks and contacts. You say, hey, buddy, I'm opening up my own business. If you have some extra work, send it my way. You must know someone after 15 years in the business. And just build up a clientele. Your job, you can work from wherever. It's great. I mean, you're like the ideal candidate. And you're going to be surprised. I mean, I can't guarantee you, but I'm going to bet 65-35, even better than 60-40, 65-35. You can be like, whoa, I got a lot of work to do. Put your thing out on recruiting for, I wouldn't say Fiverr, but there must be websites, people can contract people like you out. Go up there, do it, name, contact information. And here's the thing, get back to people in a timely manner and do your job. And you could have yourself a nice little side income here that will help you. But yeah, you're in a pretty good track for retiring, actually. I know you may want to retire early, but yeah, you need to invest some more money in your 401k and IRA. I wouldn't bother, depending on how much crypto and silver you got. You got enough if you got 200 ounces of silver. Your interest rate, I'm going to assume, is below inflation right now. Do not pay that thing off early. Just let Uncle Biden pay it off for you. Yeah, get a little bit of hustle going on. You got a nice little side gig, and all of a sudden and then you got tax deductions too, because you're now technically self-employed, so you can write off your cell phone, your computer, all this other stuff. You travel if you go for business-related purposes or visit clients and things like that. Yeah, no, it's just, and that's not going to take a lot. Just set up a website, bada boom, bada bing. Register with various recruiting job posting sites, and you should, and you know what, because you're already employed, you know what you get to do, and because you have gray hair, and because everyone else, your competition, is lazy and unprofessional, you're billing out, you say it's $55 to $70 an hour, you're billing out $70 an hour, and you're not taking unless you get that. Put that even in your website. Price is non-negotiable. Do not dick around with me. Boom. There it is. Oh, okay. And then people are like, yeah, this guy's a pro. Don't mess. And you are a pro. You have many years experience. So yeah, man, it's the time for Gen X to shine. It's like, nah, I just want the money. Just want a stable retirement, electricity to be on. And I hate to say it, but because we've paid people not to work, dude, there's gold in the streets. You just pick it up, man. I know several people that had what would be considered marginally skilled skills, basically you and I have these marginally skilled. I'm not a highly skilled engineer, neither are you, but we have a skill. We need people to do this. We need accountants, like basic bookkeeping. People need them. So there's no better time for you to open up a little shop. It ain't going to cost you nothing. I mean, whatever, buy a website domain, maybe a half a day of programming, you're done. Just to save you money, let me save you money. I'm going to save you money on. You don't need to have like bobservices.com and have your email be bob@bobservices.com. You don't need that tailored URL. Just have a Gmail account. It's perfectly fine. No one gives a damn. So I just saved you some money on hosting. All right, there we go. Glad I helped you all out. Look at this nice guy doing things for money. Whoa, speaking of money, holy crap. The J2 the own. $100, thanks. You have a Cash App or a better way to donate? Please put some links. The best way, I mean, if you want to avoid the YouTube take, you just go to, well, there's a couple sites. assholeconsulting.com/make-a-payment. You can also go to olderbrother.com/donate. That might be the easier one. And there I have the 3 ways. I think one goes to my PayPal. There's 3 links. One goes to my PayPal. One goes to my Subscribestar, and the other one goes to my Amazon affiliate account. So if you want to buy stuff through Amazon, but my PayPal link is there. But yeah, thanks for the $100, John. Very appreciated. That'll go to. I won't lie. There's not much left to do on my house. I was buying sexy things like seed and fertilizer. I think they'll go to next year's first estimated quarterly taxes. Honestly, that's where the money's going to go. This is going to go to estimated taxes. And then, what else would it's not fun stuff. There was something else very responsible I was going to do with the money. Oh yeah. Next year's, SEP IRA contribution. I'm going to take the J2 the own. I'm going to take J2 the own's money, and most of that's going to be dropped into a SEP IRA next year. That's where that's going. So speaking of retirement, ENS, 5 British pounds. Happy Christmas, Aaron, and thanks for the videos this year. Any tips on getting started creating online content? Be a hot girl with big tits. There you go. There's your advice. No, if that's not you, and with a name like Ian, I'm going to assume it's not. What you need to do is you have to. It's like the triple threat. What are you good at? It used to be singing, acting, and dancing. And now in the internet world, it's blogging, podcasting, and YouTube. And I would almost say blogging is obsolete. No one really reads anymore. They don't have the attention span for it. I'm going to assume you're a younger man, so you're going to skew that way. It's not to say you can't have a blog either, but I would either do podcasting or YouTubing. I would start by doing YouTube, where you learn to broadcast on YouTube. With a $80 mic and a $100 camera with $9.99 headphones and a fancy hat. I would start with YouTube, and I would start with something that you can walk away from, like something that you're not interested in, or maybe you're interested in it, but it's not going to sell, just to get your cadence and how do I record, get your feet wet. 'Cause it's going to suck. Your first, at least 20 episodes are going to suck. But then once you get this and that and you get it all organized, and you'll just be like, oh yeah. And then the only 2, aside from that, which is logical, because there's only 2 bits of advice I could give you that are going to mean anything. One, once you figure out what it is you want to do. I like really the Wiener Dog channel. Oh, you just talk about wiener dogs. Okay. Make consistent content, quality content, right? Consistent quality content. And then be yourself. And the reason I say be yourself is because it's already going to be enough labor spent. I wouldn't say job or work, but it's going to be enough labor spent that you don't want to have the added burden of acting like someone you're not. Which always confused me. People are like, gee, you're just like you are on the internet. I'm like, yeah, I don't have time to be anyone else. I don't have the energy. So that's what I would do is do a trial run, and maybe co-host the show with a buddy. Like, hey, I don't really want to commit to this. Like, do you want to just do one a week and just kind of see where it goes, and then use that as a practice. And then you're like, I want to talk about this, whatever that may be. And it doesn't have to be politics. It doesn't have to be girls. It could be whatever you want it to be. And then as long as you're yourself, you're going to attract people who like you for you, no matter how obscure and weird. I mean, look at Chris Chan. I mean, he was a weird, but he got a ton of people to tune into him. You got 7 billion people on the planet. At least a couple thousand are going to really like you for you. They're going to really, jibe with your personality. And that's why I always recommend, in an ironic sense, people say, oh, should I start? My son wants to go on the internet. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, do it. But be himself. The other thing, the only problem you might have with that, Ian, is you might be too young. Like if you're in your 20s, like younger 20s, I mean, what the hell experience do you have? So it better be a really unique thing that you like and truly be yourself, man. And then talk about wiener dogs or whatever else. And that's about it. That's about it. I mean, you guys see the low quality audio visual crap I do. It really is just personality. And it's not, I don't even have a good one. I just have a personality. Some weirdos and freaks like. James won $2. Long live the Republic. Star Wars Republic? Speaking of characters with no personality, Nonstop Trade, $2. How much money would you charge to go back to bank? Oh, God. I would have a non-negotiable, non-refundable $250,000 signing bonus. And not because I want that much money. Of course, I would like that much money, but I want those guys, like, they do what I say. You're not getting your money. Like, it would essentially make me a shareholder of the company. You know, or if I said something, they'd have to listen. And if anyone got in my face, no, see you later, bye, got your $250,000, F off now, and that would be after tax. And then that'd be a full-time job taking me off the line here. And I got everything dialed in, and I don't really need it. I mean, I quite literally don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, you know, I'm paying taxes and investing in my SEP IRA, and traveling. I'd be taken away from my traveling and reconnoitering. Oh, it'd be $500,000 a year minimum. So it's the $250,000 non-refundable and $500,000. And I'd be a weapons grade asshole. I'd walk in. Oh, shut up. I'm not writing that report. You have the numbers, you know not to make that loan. Shut up. I'd be Mr. Shut Up. Yeah, I don't think you could get enough money. And they wouldn't tolerate me because they just go to the Federal Reserve. I need more money. Oh. Say, you don't understand our business. No, you don't understand me. I'd like to curse, but I won't. Dre, $2. Don't forget to donate to the Carlson Endowment. Hey, did you hear the Carlson companies went belly up? They went bankrupt. Kirk Carlson, the guy that the school's named after. Now, he's a legitimate businessman. I don't know why he even lent his name out to that. But surprise, surprise, the inheritors, the children's, the trust funders, I don't think they really ran it into the ground because Carlson was also restaurants and travel. Obviously, they got hit very negatively by the disease. But yeah, that company is no more. ENS, £2 focus on one thing only or whatever interests you. Whatever interests you. And here, experiment, Ian. Just go. Like, how do I get good at jiu-jitsu? You go and you fight and you get the crap kicked out of you and learn along the way. But yeah, whatever for the beginning, have you and your buddy come in. Or just start randomly chit-chatting on the YouTubes and like I got the benefit of having, and I've done this at times, I'll like $100 minimum super chat because I got to get through something. Or I just want to do a podcast on my own. I don't want to answer super chats. Can I still do it? Can you just still do a monologue? Can you talk on your own for a while? Which a lot of super chats are kind of eroding people's ability to do so. But you're not going to have super chats or YouTubes or your super chats to help you carry on. You're going to have to talk about something. And if it interests you, you can talk about it. And totally go on tangents. Totally go on. Maybe have one or two notes. Like, I should really talk about these 4 things just to remind you to come back to that topic. But that's about it. Yeah, you can talk about whatever you want. You're talking to your buddies, man. You're just talking to your buddies. You know, hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, dipshit, what's going on? I got to get going. Nonstop Dre, $2. Cappy, real height reveal at 100,000 subs. I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9", Dre. Freddie Moses, cool name. £10. A friend recommended you and have been consuming hours of your videos over the past few days and thoroughly enjoying it. Any plans on doing a tour in the UK? No, I just don't like the United Kingdom. After what they did to Count Dankula. I don't really. I might go to Ireland. It's a part of the Isles. But I just don't have a desire to go to the United Kingdom. I just don't care. James Wan, $2. Cappy deserves all, or €2. Cap deserve all the monies. Yeah, what's going on in Europe? What are you guys bored of? It's some over there eating your leftovers. Got a lot of Europeans and Brits coming in. All right, that's it. Okay, questions, answers, AskWhatConsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.